welcome to the Kilian podcast. Today, my guests are Patrick and Oshin. Say what's up, guys.
What's up?
So today we're gonna be talking about some sci-fi movies. Some pretty sick sci-fi movies. Let's just get it started with, I think The Arrival it's called. Honestly, I forgot the name of it, but the movie with, like, the big, like, shiny metallic orb spaceships and the tentacle monsters. That movie,
Those are big ones.
I really like that movie. I thought the plot twist was cool. Where, like, honestly, like, because I totally thought that her little kid died before, and it turns out it happened in the future.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, not until the fucking plot twist happened, bro.
Come on.
But I just really like how the, like, movie, like, came, like, full circle. Like, it all just, like, made sense in the end. Which is kind of funny because... Which is kind of funny because of the, like, language, so I guess it makes sense. The tentacle monsters were, like, really creepy. I don't even know if I could call them tentacle monsters, because it has knuckles. Like, it's like a knuckly tentacle monster with no eyes, which is interesting. But, it also kind of makes me wonder, like, after they found the language and stuff, wouldn't everybody just be able to see into the future, basically? Like, wouldn't everybody know? Well, I mean, anybody who learns the language, I guess. But anybody who had the option. It's like superpowers. Like, they give you superpowers, but you have to, like, go to college for it.
College for superpowers?
Yeah, superpower college. I don't know about you, but I would totally learn that language. I would totally learn that language. It's sick.
What language is it?
It's
Chinese?
No, it's not Chinese. It's
English?
It's like this language where, like, it's circles. It's really weird. What are your thoughts about this movie, Oshin?
Honestly, I thought The Arrival was really cool, and like the filmography in it was pretty amazing. Like
The cinematography.
the cinematography, yeah.
Filmography. Those are some very nice thoughts. Although the cinematography was good, it didn't really stand out to me. Mostly just, like, the plot and the plot twist stood out to me, which I really liked it. It was a good movie, in my humble opinion. The whole thing with, like, the, like, crazy American people who tried to kill... They tried to kill the aliens. That was messed up. But it definitely seemed realistic, like it seems like something that would actually happen in America. Yeah. The land of the free. But no free aliens. We're gonna get to some prompts now. The prompts that fit this movie, I think. The first one is, which of the movies that I think was the most realistic? This one is definitely the most realistic. It totally represented humanity, like, accurately. Like, how everyone was freaking out about the aliens and no one had any, like, common sense. When really, like, it really shows, like, the problems with, like, the whole, like, the world as a whole. Like, I guess in terms of, like, nations on a nation, like, wide.
Nationwide basis.
Yeah, nationwide basis. Because, like, the lack of communication and stuff, like, if they just communicated, I feel like everything would have went a lot better. And also, out of the movies that we've seen, this one is the one I'd probably want to live in. Because it's basically just like real world, but you can learn a cool language.
College.
Yeah, you can go to superpower college if you want to. It would kind of be like a blessing and a curse at the same time. Because, like, you'd see your whole life.
Oh.
So, I mean, I don't know. Alright, so on to the next movie. This movie, I have a lot of negative things to say about. And that is the history of time travel. At a certain point in this movie, I'm going to be honest, I just kind of stopped paying attention. Because it was so, like, convoluted in the way that they told it. And it wasn't, like, high production either. Which really showed, I feel like. Which kind of took me out of the movie. Because it was just kind of, like, not that good. It felt like I was watching a documentary, basically. Like, a really poorly made documentary. I think it was interesting how they touched on, like, the ethics of time travel, the theoretical ethics of time travel. But other than that, I mean, it was definitely an interesting idea, and it was cool how they, like, hyped up the time machine at first. And then when they finally showed it, it was kind of disappointing, but it was definitely it was a high concept movie, very high concept movie, and just a little bit too confusing. Like, you have to be watching the movie, like, the entire time, and not look away at all, which is hard in today's world. And it's even harder because it doesn't have very good production. It's...
The Russians weren't very goodly produced, or whatever.
The Russians weren't goodly produced? No, the Russians were fine. No, I mean, like, it's like a poor quality movie. Like, it's not like Hollywood or anything. This is made, like, by students, so, I mean, like, they did a good job, but it wasn't that good. This world, this sci-fi world, I definitely would not want to live in, because, like, the fact that I don't even know how it would work, like, but, like, the fact that things can just, like, change, like, 1 second it's like this, and then the next second, well, I guess they only really used it to, like, sabotage, so it wasn't like they're changing the past, but
like, even one thing could, like, change the course of history and wipe you from existence.
Exactly.
So, like, 1 minute you could just be playing hockey or tennis, and then the next second, some Russian dude, like, breaks a twig and bam, you're dead. You're not alive. You were never born.
That's facts,
You
dude.
wouldn't even know. Like,
You just disappeared. Gone.
I can't remember what happened in the end, how they, like, got the time machine back from the Russians, or I think they just destroyed it. I don't even know. That movie was weird. Okay, so moving on now from the history of time travel, let's take a minute to talk about Minority Report. Minority Report was a pretty good movie. It was honestly, like, a decent action movie. Like, it wasn't too action heavy, and, like, it was also, like it wasn't too actiony. I don't know. But I really like the idea behind it, like the fact that there's, like, these three, like, basically, like, slaves that are, like, being used to, like, save people's lives, which is kind of unethical if you think about it. I don't know, like, what the public thinks of that. Like, I feel like in that store there'd be, like, protests. Because, like, it's messed up, you know? It's messed up to use people to... But it's also good to save people, so I don't know. So it was an interesting concept, but definitely a little bit unethical. It doesn't make sense to me how, like, they're basically, like, the children of heroin users or something, right? Like, that doesn't make sense. Why would they get superpowers from that? I don't really...
They got drug powers.
Nah,
Maybe
that would
it's
just make your
not a
brain messed up.
superpower, and maybe it's a disability.
Well, I guess it kind of is a disability. It's like a blessing and a curse type thing.
It's one of the more useful disabilities.
Yeah, it's useful, but
Also,
it also makes you see terrible murder, so.
true.
I really like the actor that played the girl. I think she did a good job. She was kind of, like, crying all the time, though, which was a little bit annoying. But, like, I just think she played the part well. I really like the whole scene with, like, how they foreshadow the eyes at the beginning of the movie. Like, the guy with no eyes, and then later he gets his eyes taken away. I like that scene where he's, like, trying not to get killed by the spiders. Also, the plot twist that the old guy was the real bad guy was very unexpected. It was kind of sad that, like, that one detective guy died, even though he was kind of the villain. It was still a little bit sad to see him go.
You got a man crush on him?
Because, like, he figured it out completely. And, like,
He's smart.
I never would have came to that conclusion. Like, the whole... Like, it's such a simple thing that he did, like, just dressing up as, like, the killer. But it's also, like... I don't know how they didn't put two and two together. Like, that they saw the echo or whatever of her death, and then she also went missing, like, at the exact same time. So, I don't know how they didn't figure that one out. Like, what do they even do with missing people? Like, because, no, but, like, because isn't it, like, if you're missing for more than, like, 24 hours or something like that, you're, like, dead?
48 hours.
48 hours. Like, so, I wonder how many missing people are in that world. I guess probably not a lot. It'd be kind of interesting to know, though. Like, to see, like, what the ratio is. I don't think I would really want to live in the world of Minority Report, because it's like, I mean, even though like, it's good that there's no, like, I mean, there's no, like, murder. Like, that's good, but it's also, like, kind of creepy. Like, that, like, there's one organization that can, like, see the future.
Yeah, I would not want to live in that world. That
Yeah.
It's like one group.
They know
Able
all
to-
the bad decisions they make before.
Before you even make it, like,
Mm-hmm.
They'll just arrest you like 10 minutes before you do
I know,
whatever you do.
you'll get arrested for probably not even doing anything.
Well, it's people who are about to commit murder. You get arrested right before.
But how would they arrest the person if
Yeah,
right
they-
before? How do you? Where's the proof that they actually have the vision?
The
How could they-
precogs, the precognitives, is literally just the three children of heroin addicts. They can see it.
Yeah, but what if they lie?
They don't lie. It's like a fact, basically.
But what if they lie?
I think it is actually, like, a complete fact, because
What if they don't like somebody and then they just lie about them gonna commit a murder? And then they die?
well, because the precogs are always asleep. They're like in this chemical bath. It's weird. And it sucks that, like,
Wait,
if you
but then
get
how
caught,
do they tell people?
it projects their brain is sensed, and it projects it on a screen.
That's weird.
Oh, and the cars are so weird. Like, how does that even work? It's literally like a pill car, and it's not aerodynamic at all. They're like on rails. I don't know. How do you merge? Doesn't,
Bro, what?
like, how do you get from one place to another?
You drive.
No. You haven't seen the cars in this movie.
You drive them, bro.
I don't think they're even cars. It's like,
What are they?
I don't know, sideways moving cars.
Sideways moving cars.
And I feel like that scene with Tom Cruise, like, hanging onto the cars was not very... I feel like he would have died. That was very scary.
Doesn't he do all his own stunts?
Yeah, well, it's green screen.
What?
It's green screen.
Nah, they were real, totally.
Nope.
Overall, I think Minority Report is probably my second favorite movie that we watched. My second favorite. Arrival, or The Arrival, whatever it is. I don't know, it's definitely my favorite. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up our podcast today. You guys want to say your final words?
No.
I thought The Arrival was really good too, and I'm pretty sure I've seen Minority Report. It sounds really familiar. I think both those movies are pretty good.
Yeah, Minority Report's like a pretty well-known movie, I think.
I want to watch these movies now. See what they're all about.
They're pretty good. Alright. Kilian Podcast. We out.